Hey YouTube, it's your beekeeper here. Today we're going to be playing with the log splitter. We're going to be getting it ranch ready, and by I mean ranch ready, that when I put the cover back on it, by the end of today, it's ready to get thrown in the back of the truck, brought up to El Rancho, and put to work. I could sit here for 10 minutes and talk about what I'm going to do to it, or I'm just going to get stuff done to it. So stay tuned, grab a cold drink. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in just a bit. Is that okay? Is that all right? Okay. Well, there she sits, the old log splitter, nestled among the belly mower for the 1948 Farmall Cub. This thing's got to go. This thing's in my way. I've had a couple people flake on it out my way. It's frustrating, and it's in my way, so it's got to go. But what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you guys what has happened up to this point, and do a cold start on it and show you what I want to get done. The first thing you'll see that has been completed is there has been a shorter shift lever put on this device here. I was going to do some crazy stuff. I was going to lathe and mill a really cool handle, and then reality kind of took hold of me and said, you know what, this is a log splitter that's going up to a remote property out in the mountains, and you don't need to spend that kind of time on it. So I happen to have this thing. It's a shift lever off an old ATV. If you remember, maybe you do or don't, maybe you do, that Big Bear four-wheel drive quad that we have up at El Rancho had a broken shift shaft in it. Well, it had this huge lever that was bolted onto the shifter so you can hand shift it, and all that did was give you way too much leverage for those tiny little parts. So we took the transmission apart, we welded up the broken shift rod, and so far it's holding out. But what I did was I took that handle, I chopped it, I hammered it onto the broken lever, I pinched it, you could see, I gave it a little pinch, gave it a squirt of yellow to make it look somewhat decent, and it's perfect. It is what it is, it's perfect. And then we're going to do a couple other things to this, but let me show you what I figured out on how to start this thing. Oop, let me set you down here, hold on. I finally figured out how this thing works. So let's do a cold start on it. Hopefully it'll start quickly here. We turn the ignition to the on position, make sure we are on. We turn the fuel on and the choke on. We should be at full throttle, I think. Right? Which way is it now? Should have left it at full throttle, I think. Damn it. Yeah, full throttle. Okay, one pull with choke. Let me get you guys out of the way of the exhaust stream here. It should start. Let me make sure there's fuel in it. Yeah, full tank. Get her done. One pull. The problem with these low machines, at least for me, is that the exhaust is going to hit me right in the knees or right in the thighs. So whether you're the lever operator or whether you're the log roller, or if you're playing both parts of that role, I don't want the exhaust to hit me when I'm walking around, when I'm working on the side of this machine. So I've decided to put together this little copper contraption out of stuff I had in my hoard. It's 3/4 inch standard coppered pipe. It's got two 45s. My thinking is that it's going to go here and here like that. You guys looking and seeing? Okay, so it's going to go like that, and I'm going to use some self tappers and zip it onto the side of that, and that's just going to shoot the exhaust out the back of the machine. Okay, so I had all these grand delusions of running that copper pipe, and I got back there and I tried to TIG weld it and had a series of failures of welding and sticking it. Anyway, I may or may not show the footage of that on how exciting it's going to be. I'll see when I get there and edit. But anyway, I had a little come to Jesus talk with myself and realize that this is a log splitter that's going in the mountains, and I don't need to TIG weld stuff on a damn log splitter. So I'm going to do it out of some 3/4 galvanized pipe that I have that was hanging around my house. So I got a Galvi 90, I got some 3/4 inch pipe. What I did here was I put it on the lathe, and I cut a little chamfer in right there, and I lathed it so it'll slip over the end here. It's pretty friction fit, a little tippy tap on the friction fit. And then we're going to run it out like this. Yep. And that's all I'm going to do. And it is what it is at this point. Feel all?
I already see the flaw to it.
What's that? Whacking our hands on it when we pull it?
Yep.
Probably doesn't. No, it should be a little chip. So we got nubs all taken care of. I think that'll make for a pretty good grip, and we'll see how that works. Those welding rods I was welding with are old, probably 30 plus years old. I dug out of a garage in the course of cleaning out a deceased friend's hoard, and they were in a dark corner. I don't know, I didn't care. We'll see if they fall off of that. They very well may, you know, just chunk right off. But I don't think so. Made pretty good slag. They seem to be pretty well on there. I don't know. We'll try it out. We'll see what's got to go. But as far as this log splitter is, it is done. It's ready for El Rancheroonie. And that's it. Alright, now I got other things to do. I spent way too many hours on this thing. Way. Alright, gotta go. Gotta run. See ya!